All right, what we're going to do right here is look at a different kind of loop. In lesson 2, you looked at for loops. We talked about a for loop being a loop that you knew exactly the number of times you wanted to repeat. So here was one of the exercises that you had in lesson 2 where you had this loop you could see that was repeated 3 times. So the code to solve that is here, and it says repeat 3, go down 5, over 2, up 5, over 2, and then repeat that 3 times. So when you run that, 1, 2, 3, you know exactly how many times. So that's a for loop, when you know exactly how many times. Let's look at another example. Let's say that you've got your chick out in a field somewhere and she's eating corn. And you might know always the exact number of corn. You want her to always eat exactly the amount of corn that is available to her. So in this particular case, if we say there are 4 corns here, so I set this to 4, then our code's going to say, when the green flag is clicked, repeat 4, and then eat the corn, and then, say yum yum, and say yum yum, and end your code. So it's a repeat 4 because I know that there's 4 corns there. So if I run that, 1, 2, 3, 4, she eats the corn, and the corn count is 0. So if we set it again, and it's always 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? But what happens if I don't know how much corn is going to be there? What if sometimes it's 14, sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 7, 15. So in order to always have her take exactly the amount of corn that she's supposed to eat, we have to change the repeat to be an event. Something has to happen to make her stop eating the corn. Instead of saying, we know you're going to end in 4, we instead are going to say, we know you're going to end when there's no more corn. Eat the corn until it's gone. So that's a little bit different. And for this case, we're going to use a repeat until. And the repeat until is going to be until the corn count equals 0. So the rest of this is the same. Eat the corn, and then, say yum yum, and stop running the code. Okay, so now it doesn't matter what the number is. If it's 15, just going to eat it until the corn is gone, and then say yum yum. We do it again. This time it's only 8. Okay. Right, so we're now going to look at this in the context of lesson 5. In these scenarios, the chick goes through a portal and comes out randomly in any one of, in this case, 3. So as the chick goes through portal entry 1, she can come out of A, B, or C. If she comes out of A, she's going to go through 2, and then she can again come out of A, B, or C. And the point is, you don't know how many trips through the portals she's going to have to make until she finally comes out of C and makes her way to the corn. So let's just run it one time and count how many times she goes through portals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times, or 6, I guess, that last one, but 6 times. All right, so now let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 times. So the first time it was 6 trips through portals. The second time it was 9. And if we did it again, it would be another random number. So before, when you're going to code this now, you don't know, the point is, how many times she's going through these portals. So we're going to code it like this. We're going to say when the green flag is clicked. I'm going to reduce this down a little bit. There we go. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to first move right 3 to take her through portal entry 1. And then we're going to repeat until she touches the corn, which is the ending point. right? You could say the target corn, that might be easier, right? What does she repeat? Well, 3 different possibilities. She's either going to come out of portal exit A, portal exit B, or portal exit C. So inside that repeat until are going to be those 3 options. If she comes out of portal exit A, this one, she's going to move up 3. 1, 2, 3. If she comes out of portal exit B, she's going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And if she comes out of portal exit C, she's going to go left 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now this says repeat until that happens. That means that this loop, this repeat until, will keep repeating itself until this thing, that's the condition touching the corn, has been met. So once that happens, it's going to go underneath here to the end, and all we're having in there is the check success. So that's the code that runs this now. It's going to say repeat until you finally are touching the corn. Just keep doing those things. 4, 5, 6, the 6 that time. Now there are other ways to do this, many other ways. In fact, I don't think this is necessarily the best way, but it's the easiest way to understand, that you make your repeat until the chick reaches her final destination. But another thing you could do, and I do want to show it at the risk of being confusing, is instead of saying repeat until touching the target, you could say repeat until she comes out of this final portal, because you know that once she comes out of here, she's only got to do those last 3 steps. She's never going to go through another portal again. So instead of saying repeat until touching target corn, you could say repeat until touching portal exit C. It would mean a little less code, not a lot. If you did that, then all you would have to do is put, if she's touching portal exit A, which is what we already did, and if she's touching portal exit B. Then, if she touches portal exit C, she's going to exit out of this loop. That means do these 2 things until this one is true. So then you put you don't even need that last if. You just say horizontal 3, negative 3, and check success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wow, likes that portal. 7, 8, 9, 10, oh, 11, 12. Finally, 12 times through. So that's an introduction to repeat until. And as you go through the lesson, it should become a little bit more understandable as you actually do them yourself. So good luck.